do. Oh my god. Yo, Mike. Mike, how you doing? Dark Halo, hello. Hello, the Saiyan Alex. What the frig? No, just sure. Just chill. Stream, just chill. Alright, Emily. See you later, okay? Alright, so we're gonna talk about version 3 point something. Oh my fecking god. It is constantly unplugging and replugging. Oh my god. Morning. Alright, here we go. This should be now... Oh, no, you froze me, Emily. Because you unplugged and replugged, so now I'm frozen.
But you're not frozen.
I am frozen.
Oh my god, what?
That's why you don't mess around with this stuff. You should have just plugged me in manually and not plugged me in through this. I need to charge my phone. I don't need it to be plugged. Unplug me, and then I need my charger, please. And, I don't know what to do. Should I cancel stream? And then reopen it? Does everyone hear me? Despite, like, not seeing me because I'm frozen. Like, I'm frozen solid. Does everyone hear me? I just need confirmation that everyone can hear me, even if I'm just a frozen thing. No, give me my fast charger. What are you doing? It'll have to be long enough. I need a fast charger. I don't need a slow charger. Please and thank you. Hello, Wesley. Does anyone hear me? Confirmation. Okay, so everyone can hear me. I'm just frozen. Cool. Then we're going to continue on like this. It's too bad, so sad. I am not stopping stream just because you guys can't actually see me. Alright? You can see me. But, you know, you can't really. So that's how it's going to be. Alright. Perfect. Hello. Alright, so let's talk about 2.9. I mean, 3.9. Okay. Bug fixes. Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's get an idea. So I've been testing around a couple of different mechanics. So we're going to review some of these things because some things I like, some things I do not like. And I am going to essentially just, you know... What are you talking? It's not long enough. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. When it dies, it dies. So we're gonna talk about the things I like versus the things I don't like, and yada yada yada. Okay. Oh wait, what? No, she fixed me. No. Yeah, I'm good. All right, take care. Okay, so let's talk about the things that I do like first, because I want to give Legend some praise. The formatting of this game is the way that they formatted it, and they've made it like fully expansive, as in like the frame is fully there. Well, I like it. The only thing that I have to like complain about is that, as you guys can see, it no longer fits my older template of how I, you know, how I made this. So I'm gonna have to reformat all this. That's annoying, but that's okay because we'll live. No, don't.
Someone said reformat.
Don't reformat now. You don't have to do it. Okay, fine. You're not. You won't win. You can't win, Emily.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for now. All right. So, I like the formatting. The formatting is nice. It was very wonky at first for me, but that's because it takes some time to get used to it. Okay. But there are some other things that I do like. I do like the new update to PvP. That's good. I definitely enjoy playing against people at my skill level versus people that are below or way too above. That always sucked. It was the most annoying thing. Yo, David. Let's see. I like certain aspects of the new equipment upgrades. Certain aspects. Not all of it. And I like the leader slots. I know that for a fact. I do like the leader slots. Let's go through all this stuff just to see what else I can find. But from there, it goes a little downhill. So let's talk about leader slots for a little bit. Haha, Mike, you destroy me in terms of whale. I am nowhere near. All right, so for leader slots, it's interesting because there are obviously those issues that you'd normally see, like, for example, regen. As you guys can see, I built a regen team specifically just to try out Gohan. Yeah, it worked really, really well. It was very scary. The ability bonus goes up to over 3,000 the moment you pick Gohan and you're actually playing. So that's always nice. I also tried out a God Key team running Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. It's actually hilarious. It's super hilarious. God Key is looking godly right now. And then, ignore that. Saiyans, even just like this, they're good. They're really good. They can compete, so that's nice. That's very nice. And then that's just my friend thing, so that we don't have to worry about that. And then this is something that I was going to try out later, which was just a full mono green team. I haven't gotten to that yet, as you guys can see. So let's actually talk about equipments, because I think Adrian has a point. It's interesting to, like, take a look at equips just to get an idea of what's going on. So when we look at the re-upgrade equips, they did us a little dirty. For example, this one. If I want to secure it, I can't. That annoys the hell out of me. I don't see why you should bar me from having my Z Plus full red. I just wanted it full red. That's all I wanted. I just wanted it all. I just wanted it all. Like, I don't understand what was the issue with having it all. Would have been nice, but nope. Nope, they didn't give it to us. Yo, hey, champions, how you doing? Also, Dave, hello. Another thing that is also, like, another thing that I have an issue with, so let's go here again. I have an issue with secure upgrade. I also have an issue with, guaranteed upgrade. So, let's go and pick one that actually, you know, makes sense. So we can actually get down to the nitty-gritty of it. So, let's just do... Wait, what's the actual base for this? I just want to see. It goes up to 30? No, 10. Okay, it goes up to 10. This is base for 30. Okay, cool. Alright, so then let's re-upgrade this, for example. Just to give you guys an idea. So if I were to secure upgrade this, chances are it's going to stay at 750 the entire time. It will not do anything. There will be no change at all. I hate that. I hate it so much. I don't understand why they would ask for X5 slot erasers if every single time it hit 750, 750, 750, 750, 7 ad nauseum. It doesn't stop. It's ridiculous. Hello, Joy. How you doing? It's freaking irritating. And then, don't even get me started on if I were to perform a freaking guaranteed upgrade. It takes 50 to 60 slot removers, depending on the equipment that you're using. And at that point, you know what I realized? It is cheaper to go with Chrono Crystals. It is cheaper to use your Chrono Crystals. And it makes more sense. I've done it already now twice. With 2 different equips. I spent 1200 CC. Because it made more sense, surprisingly. If I had done it with slot erasers, I wouldn't be able to do half of what I did. It's ridiculous. They need to reduce the prices of these things. And they need to make the actual exponential growth of what we get better. Because the problem is, this is too much. The Chrono Crystal is better value. And spending Chrono Crystals sucks still. Yeah, see, there you go. Mike says it himself. I spent 10k CC on equipment yesterday. And yet, it's better value than using your equips. So, like, to me, it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Like, for example, this Gogeta equip, the second one, I put 2 of his base strike and blast to 35. I put it up to that using CC. And then, I also put this 1155 using CC as well. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But, to be fair, this is new. And although I'm raging... One moment, guys. And although I'm raging, one thing we can know for sure is that they will eventually make this better. So how do I know that? They always tend to improve everything that they essentially install into their game. It just takes time. So for now, I've come to expect the fact that this is going to be how it is. It's going to be expensive at first, and if you want to upgrade your equips properly with less cost, you might want to hold back and wait. For now, this is the only... Yeah, it will get cheaper with time. So, despite my grievances with it currently, it is only current. Over time, as long as they do decrease the prices, they do make it easier, then we're going to be good. So, although I am... Obviously, I've raised my voice. I have been a little very hysterical. It will get better. It will get better. I don't know how long it will take, but it will get better. Can you have my crystals? No, I saved up properly. That's your fault for not saving. Oh, there's a guy? Okay. Let me just pull that up real quick. 1 second. Thank you, monkey. Okay, let's take a look. Alright, guys. Just give me one moment. Alright, cool. Alright, that's handled for a little bit. For a little bit. So, okay, let's actually talk about this. Actually, give me one moment. I'll be right back, okay? So, recently, and when I say recently, I mean in a not-so-recent way, okay? I have been working on an alternate account because I want to make a beginner's guide for you guys, and for anyone that is thinking of making a second account, or alternatively, a new account, or if there's a new player that is trying to figure out how to play the game properly. And one thing I've learned with my time here is that saving CC is extremely easy if you know what you're doing. Figure out what teams you want to play, because the leader slots haven't changed much. So, for example, let's actually take a look at, I don't know, God Key, for example. If you've noticed, God Key has primarily stayed the same. The only thing that changes is the leader slot. If anyone tells me that this game has become more pay to win because the leader slots are enacted, that's wrong. The leader slots, actually, what they do is it allows you to fish for specific units that you wouldn't normally think about, while also still maintaining just one team. So I think a lot of the people that are going to struggle from here on out are going to be the people who are trying to maintain way too many teams. If you're trying to maintain 3 teams right now, maybe cut it down to 2. If you're trying to maintain 2 teams right now, maybe cut it down to 1. It all depends on how good you are at conserving and cutting yourself off when you lose out on specific units or on CC. All right, so let me just show you guys. So I've been playing on this account for about, like, I would say less than a month. And I've got about 23. I don't know if you guys can see that because the ring lights. There we go. 23,082. I've been playing it very casually. And on the alternate account, the one that Emily's playing on, we have like over 53k. And the only one that has ever spent money is my account with the 42, which is the one you're seeing currently. Should I use green revival Gohan hybrids or no? You can, but it all depends. So for example, let's talk about hybrids then, since we're talking about it anyways. If we go to hybrids real quick, Hybrid Saiyan. Hybrid Saiyans are very interesting because, like, it all depends. Personally speaking, Hybrid Saiyans usually does best when you're building it for a tricolor. So, for example, you could run him, right? Because obviously the leader slot changes things quite a bit. But what I would actually say, realistically, is do this. If you want to run Revival Gohan, like if you actually want to run him, put this Gohan in the leader slot, then reset this, go to regen. Where's regen? I can't see, because I haven't slept today, guys. I'm running on 0 sleep, by the way. Go to regen. So, essentially, I like using Demon King Piccolo. He's a nightmare to deal with. Can run this this boyo just to buff everyone. Make sure this guy's 6 stars, because I think at 6 stars he buffs regen. Right? Yep, he does. Okay. And then you could run whoever you want. Like, I don't know, that could work. You could give yourself health buffs. You could do a double buff for him as for Demon King Piccolo while if you have a Zenkai, while also buffing the kid. Like, you can do so many things with this now. That, like, there's so many things that you can do with regen in a way that you can play alternate cores. You can play Majin Buu if you feel like you need Majin Buu for lock-in, or you can switch it to Revival Gohan. Like, there's so much you can do with this. So, Monkey, to answer your question, I feel like if you're gonna play something like this, you might as well just make it a somewhat regen-based team. Not that one, though. I don't have the best regen, so, like, for me, it's very hit or miss with what you can do with it. But that's my point. Like, you can make if you have a good regen like if you have a solid hybrids team and you have solid regen units, just throw them together and boom, you can have a double revival while also controlling manipulation of Rising Rush. Or alternatively, you can just tag in Majin Buu if you feel like double revival is useless during Gogeta fights. Like, if you see a Gogeta, then obviously try to minimize how many revival units you bring in. It's simple. It's actually quite simple like that. No, don't save. I just want, oh, confirm it. Fine. But what I want to talk about is, like, just general plays like this, like God Key, where you can just sub in a Gohan, and because you have access to Goku, a blue Goku, you just play your blue Goku with Gohan, and then pick one of the other 3 depending on what you need. It's quite crazy how easily synergetic, like, these leader slots make your characters. Yeah, if you have access to PPR, go for it. PPR is great. Regen, like I said, just general regen is fine. Here's a min-max team, so it's not 100%. So I need to double check something, guys, so just give me one moment. What was this boosting? This was boosting strike, attack, and defense. It's a little annoying that it's strike attack, but it's fine. Is this strike and blast attack? No, it's blast attack and defense. That's fine. I like that. And then what's this? Is this the mixture? Blast attack and defense. Okay. Yeah, so normally I would probably drop this, whatchamacallit, this boyo right here. The one that's highlighted. 13 for launch, but she's not 6 stars yet. Because what the idea for this is it's a min-max team. Essentially, I'm trying to boost out fully on blast. So that way Gohan, this Gohan right here, this little Shet, can just nuke whoever he's fighting. Putting this Goku in the leader slot allows for essentially buffs to the entire team, while also everyone else is still buffing him. So finally synergizing and making them less of a glass cannon. Zonrix, hello, hello. Essentially what I'm saying is we have now more freedom than ever to play around with different units and different playstyles. We shouldn't be so tied down to the idea of having Gohan Youth be our leader slot choice, or Pycon. I know that YouTubers are doing a lot of showcases, but this is the time to experiment. This is the time to find what works. And what I'm saying is don't just experiment for wacky teams. Try to find, like, proper synergy. Try to find something that's actually interesting. So, for example, let's actually look for proper synergy. So, let's check my PvP, because for a little bit. Let's go to the boost characters real quick. And then let's take a look at the tier Z. So we have 18. All right, let's take a look at her her kit. So card quality is increased. Okay. Okay. Applies buff effects, nullify abnormal conditions up to 2 times to allies. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, what does this do? Seal. Downgrade. Okay. Reduce enemy by 1 Dragon Ball when they switch characters. Activate 3 times if she's on the board. Cool. Applies the following effects when this character is switched to standby. Okay, if it's a defense type. Wow. Okay. Okay, so this is here's a great example, guys. Goku on LOE is good. I agree. So here's a great example, guys. So for those of you that are like, this game is annoying or whatever. Okay, here, let me show you something cool. Drop that leader. Put her in. Reset. Go to Saiyans. Find... Where are you, boyo? Where is the nightmare? Where is my boyo, the nightmare? Where are you, boy? I can't find him. Why can't I find him? Where are you? I feel like I'm past him, like, multiple times. This is the problem with being tired, people. Like, I can't see, apparently. Green, let's go. Where are you? There you are. Okay, here he is. Alright. Okay, that's fine. Go with yellow. Boom. Oof, I feel that, Kea Williams. I feel that. Sorry about that. Why is Gohan on regen? Why? Because leader slot allows for it. Also, because if you're talking about the revival Gohan, the one with Piccolo, because Piccolo exists as a duo unit, counts as regen. So yeah, there you go. This team right here would be a nightmare. So, this is support type. Alright, this actually matters, by the way, everyone. This guy's a defensive type. So let's actually take a look at what she does, dependent on who she switches into. If it's a support type, you increase the damage by 20%, and you also restore the health by 10%. And this applies to everyone. So it applies to all your allies. Okay? And then on top of that, if it's a defense type, like Vegeta, 30% increase in damage to your team, while also restoring their health by 5%. Now let's talk about Angel Vegeta. Is Revival Gohan green usable if you want to rank climb to top 500, 100? Absolutely. It's just going to be very... Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. We can talk about absolutes all you'd like, or is it going to be good enough? And yes, actually, in fact, anyone... You can be technically anyone and play a good amount of units and make it top 500, 100. What's going to really decide everything is your skill and also knowing when not to bring in that unit. So, like, if you see a Gogeta, maybe think about not bringing double revival. Only one. Pick one, and that should be your leader. Defense and cover change abilities. Exactly, Mike. You should try it, because I think you like defense, don't you? So this would be actually really good. But let's take a look at this dude. When he switches to standby, restores health by 10%. You see this stuff? See what I mean? Look at the synergy. Look at that synergy. Look at that synergy. That's insanity. Alright, and then to top it off, because we can, we just put a whole bunch of Saiyans on there. Whether you want defense or health, it's up to you. Like, if I want health, I can do health. Right? Because this guy buffs defense as it is. But what does he buff? I think he also buffs defense. Yeah, he also buffs defense. What does she buff? Defense. Oh, right. So, they buff their passives for base damage, while also buffing defense. So what we can do here is very simple. Here's health, right? Let me find Shallot. Where's Shallot? My boy Shallot. Boom. Here's some more health. Because why not? And then finally, if I wanted to do more defense, I could do that. I could also do attack. Right? Or alternatively, I can Zenkai boost, while also giving more defense. And this way... Gonna give him that. Okay, that one's good. Yep. And then this dude. Excuse me, guys. That. So, like, there you go. You can do a lot of brick wall things. What do you think about using Red Frieza in range-based God Ki or Ape Vegeta in melee God Ki? Absolutely a great idea. Akisabi, Ape Vegeta in melee God Ki would be just as good, if not potentially better than half-corrupted Zamasu. And then for Red Frieza, which Red Frieza? Are you talking about the not powerful opponent, the movies Red Frieza? Because I need to double check that. Is Super Saiyan 2 transforming Gohan better than Kid Goku, the yellow Kid Goku from OGDB? Both are 7 stars. Super Saiyan 2 which Super Saiyan 2 transforming Gohan? There's 2. I need to know which one you're talking about. Unless you're both referring to the yellow, in which case they're both, I don't know. It's really hard to say. Also, you have to stop spamming that. I'm going to... If you spam that, like, I had a mind to just ignore that, considering you kept on spamming, but I'm answering it now. But don't spam that. I will ignore it from now on if you spam. There we go. Only revival unit I think is warranted to use if Gogeta is there as prob revival Gohan Purple. Yes, absolutely. From Broly movie. From the Broly movie? Yeah, so I personally feel like if it's the Frieza, the Red Frieza, you can. I just find him lacking in terms of his ability to tank. So I would have to see how we would actually compose that. So actually, let's actually try to build that. Let's get an idea of what that looks like. So let's reset that. Let's put Lineage of Evil. And let's see what he actually does. Because I want to know what he does so that we can get an idea. Is he actually worth running in that type of team? So does he have anything to give to help his team, essentially? Or can his team help him? Outside of, obviously, Vados, which Vados will just... Okay. Okay. I mean, you can run him, for sure. There's nothing saying that you can't run this dude. Right? However, my only issue... my only issue with running, I guess, this Frieza specifically is that he doesn't really seem to be getting a lot of tankable options. He looks like just a damage dealer. At that point, I feel like you could just go with this Gohan. This Gohan could do what he does, but better, right? He's got access to Goku, so he has a Sun Fam unit that needs to die. Once that happens, he goes bananas. And on top of that, if you need Zamasu as your defensive tank, you have that. If you need, for example, this Vegeta, you have that. You have options, right? But you're absolutely right. You could use that Frieza. I'm not sure how good it would be, personally. I find that might be not as good, but we'll see. It's so hard to say. There's so many things that we get to do with this new update. Like, it's actually somewhat overwhelming. But this is one of the updates that I like. The leader slot is going to be really good. So let me tell you guys a mini story about card games. And I'm not going to go too much in detail because I don't want to bore anyone. And also, don't mind me, I'm going to eat a little bit of breakfast. I haven't eaten. So basically, I used to play card games competitively. And, we had a format called Premium. Now, you don't have to worry about the format itself or what that means. It just basically means that you were allowed to mix things together. And it kind of became a cluster. A clusterfuck. Okay? That's basically what this is. It's a clusterfuck. Of just everything put together and said, go bananas. And at first, people hated it. Or people said it was bad. That it was just broken. Everything's broken. Everything is nutty. It's just all broken teams. But eventually, it is now, actually, as of now, which it took about a year or two, that format is the most played format in that card game that I no longer play. My point from that story is, when you see clusterfucks like this, do not write it off as something like a horrible decision. Wait for it to kind of be reined in to figure out what it's trying to be, and then watch the developers scramble to make sure that this format stays relevant. Yellow Vegeta on fusions? You don't need yellow Vegeta on fusions. I would change their purple. Honestly, like if we were to build fusions, let's actually build fusions right now. Let's delete this one. Let's build fusions actually. This is actually a lot of fun. Just let's build. Let's build things. So if we were to go and build fusions, which I have to actually find Fusion Warrior because you know I have to be able to see or something. I don't know. Seeing is overrated. How do I not see Fusion Warrior? There it is. I'm blind. I'm just freaking blind. Alright, so... so, they have a good yellow. So, if you have this guy... Not there. If you have this guy at, like, 6 stars, just run him. Even at 3 stars, he's good. Alright? In terms of red... their red is kind of lacking, so you could argue that you might want to maybe run, like, this guy over here. But also you could just say, hey, this is good enough. And it's true, it is good enough. Vegito Blue is just an easy mainstay. And then if you want a health buffer, you can. If you don't want a health buffer, you can do something else. Like, I really don't care what you do. You could do that. Not there. That. I don't really care. But then for the leader slot, let's look at purples. Let's look at purples that we could pick. OG 2 Shanks, I'm fantastic. How you doing? Gogeta on Sunfam, yeah. Like, I could put him. Like, I could legitimately put this dude here. Or, if I don't like him... Revival. Boom. Done. See this BS? Oh, did the game poop out? Yeah, the game pooped out. Here, guys, give me a moment. Or is it the stream that died? I think it's the stream that died. Yep, it's the stream. Ugh, pain. Absolute pain, guys. Absolute pain. Hey, Matt, how you doing? All right, here we go. I'll bring it all back, so don't worry. No way on earth I'll use Revival on. You're missing out, buddy. You're missing out. Smart view. Air server just couldn't take the heat. What will I do? I need to charge my phone eventually. Let's start that. Not the game froze, actually. It's air server. It crashed. It couldn't maintain all this crap. Gerald, I'm fantastic. How you doing? All right, let's see if we can get air server back online. If we can, I have to close it and I'll reopen it. OG2 Shanks, stop asking that question. That's fake news. Yo, quick question. If you put an Ultra in the leader slot, will their Ultra ability fully apply even if there are no characters on the team that fit the Ultra ability tag? No. As of right now, there is no claims as to whether it works or not. So the easiest answer I can give you is that until they can show us that it does work or they state that it does work, the answer is no. The answer is absolutely not. Yeah, Gohan did break the server. He broke everything. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. There we go. There we go. All right, so. Right, because I closed it before. No, air server cannot handle the leader slots at all. So yeah, like I said, you can pick any purple you like. It doesn't have to be Revival Gohan. I mean, personally speaking, I think Revival Gohan would be a great choice. But if you find Revival Gohan is no bueno, I mean, you could surprise people with Hit. Surprise people with Hit. Hit does a great job. He's got a fantastic hit that you could actually utilize. Right? So, like, let's take a look. He has the ability to nullify changing cover for 20 timer counts if you flip his main ability on, and he gets an ult. He's got a green card that increases his card draw speed, his critical rate, his key. It's insane. He's got a blue card that does tons of damage. Let's see. He's got a base infliction up. He's got special move up. He got endurance cancel, like a full endurance canceling. Man is quite cracked, actually. Plus, he can just restore his vanish gauge like it's nobody's business. So if I wanted to make a fusions team and I wanted purple hit, I could do that. Right? That's the thing. So try these units out. See what works, what doesn't. That's what I would definitely say, because like this definitely could work. And then because hit is kind of weak, you could either do another defense, or alternatively, you could just, go for let's see. You could just go for like health. Yeah. Health buff. Goku on Sun Fam. Yeah, you could do Goku. That's the thing, actually. Goku is quite interesting. What was it? Gogeta on movies. People were playing Gogeta on movies. They were using Goku and all these others and giving Gogeta health boosts while also running Bojack and Revival Han. That was nasty. It was nasty. But it's okay. Yeah, Goku is a fantastic choice for hybrids, except for the fact that he's more melee. And if you are running a blast-based hybrid team, then Goku doesn't fit realistically. However, if you are doing a strike-based hybrids team, which there are very good hybrid strike units, then Goku is fantastic. Like, you just need Goku, you need the yellow Gohan, and you just need the purple Gohan, and you're set. That's good. But yeah, females. Let's talk about females right now. Excuse me. Female warriors, aka girls, apparently. Alright, so there's only one thing that you guys need to know when it comes to girls, okay? Only one thing. Only one. We're gonna throw on some of these. We might as well do this right, okay? Not there. Rebrian, get in here, okay? Rebrian has to be in here. Kakunza, get your butt in here. You could choose whether you want Rosie or not. I personally don't care for her, so I don't put her in there. Let's see. I actually personally am probably going to go with Kefla. Just because I like the ability to control the game. Or alternatively, if you feel like you don't need Kefla, you can go for Gogeta. But it all depends on what you want, right? Because one thing you can do, for sure, is you have options here. Like I said, you could go with Gogeta. Where's Gogits? Gogits? Why do I not see you? Gogits? Did I passed Gogits. How the feck do I constantly do that? Guys, I can't see. I'm blind. I'm seriously blind, and I think there's a problem with me. How am I not seeing Gogeta? There he is. You can either do Gogeta, or you can do Gohan, depending on what you want. Yo, Davin, hello! Yo, Truth, how you doing? It is a long time no see. Welcome back, Dave. God, there's just so many things. Like, the nice thing is you get to just play around with this. Like I said, I'm loving this update in regards to the leader slots. It allows for just so much that you normally wouldn't be allowed to do. Also, because of this, like, I'm definitely going to be running. Where are you? Where the feck are you? There you are. Monkey. Optimal setup for damage is dependent on your team party. If your team party is mainly strike, you already doomed your Gohan. You've already doomed Gohan if you're primarily doing strike-based team. So your equips won't matter at that point. Right? That's the thing. Best leader for Frieza Saga? It's hard to say, but Goku is a great option. Like, for the... Okay, everyone. Repeat after me. Okay. If we're doing Lineage of Evil. Or Frieza Saga or anything, okay? So, I don't have a good Frieza Saga or Lineage of Evil team because I don't play the tag at all. Like, I truly don't play this a tag, so, like, there's really no reason for me to play it, or to run it, or anything. So, I don't even have a good yellow for this team. Feck. Like, what do you want from me, everyone? I don't even have a good purple. What the feck? No, I'm just gonna run him. Like, I have an outdated Lineage of Evil team, but pretend like this cooler is Zenkai 7, okay? Pretend he's a Zenkai 7 Frieza. Okay? Just pretend he's a Zenkai 7 Frieza. What I would normally run with this team... Where are you? There you are. You could run a Goku for health buffs. And then, if you want more health... just throw him in here. And if you don't want this guy, which, I mean, realistically, you probably should run him, but if you don't want him for whatever reason, you can play someone else. Now, who, I don't know. It's your call. Point is, you have options now. What do you think about the leader slot update? I think it's good because you can complete the quests. It's up, I think. I love the leader slot update. Awaken Streeping Future to gives Pure Blast, 2 Platinum Cell, Saga 1, and Gohan 1. Yep. Yes, but the problem is technical Soldex is if his Z abilities don't match the rest of his team, he is still nerfing his Gohan's potential. So for example, let's go to the min-max team right here. So as you can see, I already have an ability bonus of 3,347.50. And that's not even including the leader slots update once I actually start playing. So let's look at my equips just real quick. So let's just view all. So the only things that actually matter are the units, these three. This one, and that one. The other three are for just fodder. So, yes, I am running mainly Blast, and even he is a Blast. What do I think of the equipment upgrade? It's trash. It's absolute trash. Not in terms of the concept, in terms of execution. The execution of the equipment slots is complete garbage. Spending CC to upgrade your equipments is a way better deal than spending your equipment erasers. So, it's annoying. I know. I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm lazy. Okay? I'm waiting. But basically, the idea here is this. You boost the base. You boost the base. And then you boost the pure. What do you think the incoming unit for this Black Friday? Listen, it could be MUI. It could be Sword of Hope Trunks. It could be some sort of GT Fecker unit. It could be a movies unit. It could be whoever. It could be anyone. That's the thing. I'm not keeping keeping a close eye on that because I don't care. I just don't care at this point. Guys, I'm just existing. But there you go. This is the setup that I use. But personally, I'm not a big fan of this one. So I might drop it entirely in favor of another pure buff. It's all good, Nashwin. Don't worry about it. Welcome, buddy. It's coming to the point, guys, where some of these equips don't matter. So, for example, I could drop that. See how much it only buffs? Not even by a lot. And instead, what I could do... So that's strike attack. I don't care for that. What is this? This is blast attack. When an element green or pure is a battle member. Boom. I can put him on him. Why would I do that? So, for example, if I have this boosted up to 35, okay, as a base, from here, I can apply... Sorry, not that. This. I can apply potentially 10% of pure, so everything after that, which is going to be greater than your 12, 15 right here, because I don't need strike. And then I could do another pure buff over here for another 10, and go from there. What am I eating? Meat. I'm eating meat. Could be the first female LF. Hallelujah, that'll be great. Guys, when you're building specific teams, sometimes it's actually better to put pure buffs if you already have so many base buffs on your team. Let's go on there. See, not even that much of a difference. Almost no difference in terms of my ability bonus drop. You know what that means? It means that I've actually taken advantage of actually maximizing the potential of my damage. I'm really close. And that's scary. No, so Ali, Gohan only gets shredded prior to this boost. So, before, yes, this was a glass cannon team. Now, it gets fixed up quite a bit because of Goku being in the leader slot. Now his Z ability is being applied to Gohan. On top of that, this guy is buffing the team anyways. And then these guys are buffing everyone. It's green and red. So no. He doesn't get shredded. He shreds. Leader slots right now are obviously like up for discussion of whether people like it or not. But I personally like it because it's going to get better over time. Just give it time. Give it time, guys. Play around. I'm fucking loving this. It's very overwhelming, though. But I'm loving it. But I do want to LF. Gohan's Plat Equip is what makes him tanky. No. Gohan's Plat Equip isn't what makes him tanky. Gohan's Plat Equip is what makes his damage... Well, what originally made his damage ludicrous. So, let's actually go back to this. Do you see much of a difference? No. Do you know why? Because this did not make him tanky. All that did was increase his defense. But when you were running that specific equip, you were running him on a pure Sun Fam team. So it's very different, right? So if we were to actually, let's actually do that. Let's actually compare right now. So, Beck, it's really hard to just explain things because, like, my brain is going, like, 300 miles a minute. Okay, so if we were to make a hybrids team, just a generic hybrids team, not even, like the optimal one, okay? Generic. Okay. Let's see. That... Like I said, we're gonna do very generic. We're not trying to make this amazing. We're just trying to make it generic, okay? And then I don't want health, so let's go with. So if we were to put this on him, it boosts a bit more actually, and the reason for it is your tankiness is actually pretty much being built in when you're cover changing. Cover changing plus that. It was predicated on the idea that he was supposed to be stuck on specific tags. Now, with the ability to change that up, you no longer need this equip as much as people would assume. So, at this point, now you can actually afford to play a pure buff instead, because you want to maximize his damage and minimize a little bit his defense, considering you already have so much defense. Like, let's take a look at the defense, okay? Z ability. Actually, no. Why are we even doing that? Let me just click on him and show the details. Just need the details. There we go. Let's see. He gets strike and blast defense. He gets blast attack and defense. He gets strike attack and defense. He gets blast attack and defense. He gets blast attack and defense. He also gets his own boost. He has his cover change. Then we have his equips. You're already giving him defense. He also has more defense because of these. And he got defense over here. What more defense do you need? So, like... I understand people's need for these things, but there comes a point in time where your base abilities are no longer relevant. And that's, I think, the biggest problem. We're so focused on what was versus what is. Pure buffs are becoming extremely potent, extremely dangerous. This setup is built around the idea of pure buffs. It's not built around the idea of base. Base is going to hold you back. Your equips should be primarily just pure buffs to two-shot things. Your Gohan's Blast cards should be two-shotting units. Two-shotting. That's the idea. We're trying to get him to be a murderer. We're not trying to get him to deal damage. We want him to nuke. Anything that comes in his path, we want him to nuke it. And you're not going to do that with this equip. So that's the reason why we're switching it up. Now, of course, I want to maximize these particular equips. So I'm going to have to re-roll to get a better defense on this. Because then I'm going to have to re-upgrade this. I'm going to have to re-upgrade this to make it better. We want it to be blast attack because who cares for strike defense. And then on top of that, we're going to want to further improve this. And then obviously we want that base to be up. Because we still want the base up. And then we want to improve this. 15% on power. Cool. So guys, play around. Like, a lot of this was through testing, right? So when I was playing with this team, pure buffs, I've noticed, did a lot better than doing a lot more base buffs. Because, okay, let's do math for a second. Base buff is off of the idea of this, and only this. So show details. The base buff is off of the idea of the original stat. 291, 172. The pure buff is off of all the stats on top of your base stat. So what you do is you take 10% of whatever the final stat is after you've applied all of your base. Every single base. Right? Whereas your base, each base will go off of percentage-wise off of your 291. And then you'll add that. And that will be your new stat. And your new stat. And they will keep on adding like that. So on and so forth. The pure buff ignores all that. Says, what is the combined value? And then I'll do 10% of that. And then add it on. And that's the difference. And so when you stack so much, so many buffs to the point just through Z ability, you can afford to do some pure, actually a lot more pure buffs on your equips as a result. So I hope that made sense. I'm exhausted. I haven't slept. Did I say that? Yeah, I think I said that. But yeah. Is there anything else to talk about in terms of, like, the update of 3.9? Faster app startup time, cool. Greatly reduced title screen loading time, okay, cool. Title screen animation can now be skipped by tapping, cool. Add secure and guaranteed upgrade features to slot requirements. Re-upgrades, that's bad because they should have made it way better. Like I said, Chrono Crystals make more sense right now than using the slot eraser, so that sucks. They did also put recommended equips, but I wonder how good these recommended equips are, so. Which Bardock? The Super Saiyan or the regular? Let's see. Rating match, that was fine. I was okay with that. Leader system, that's fine. Tournament power. I like the changes in tournament power to make it league ranking instead of overall ranking. I think that's way better. It allows for a lot more chances for players to actually get rewards. That's nice. At least this is just my preliminary thoughts. I'm going to change my thoughts, obviously, as time goes on. So take this all with a grain of salt until I fully get to immerse myself for at least a month or at least a couple of weeks to get myself familiar with everything, see where things are lacking, where things are not lacking. No PvP grind stream today. I'm not running on any sleep. That's like the worst idea possible right now. Having no sleep and then trying to play? Absolutely horrid. Is Vados a good leader for God Key? No need for Vados to be a leader in God Key. She's already a God Key unit. You might as well put someone else in there. Recommended equips are good, by the way. They show the most used ones on the unit. Yeah, I agree. Zenkai 7 Bardock. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So let's not mess with that. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do Super Saiyans. Okay, so what do you buff, buddy? Super Saiyan base strike attack and defense. No, let's keep going Super Saiyan. You could do it either way. You could swap it, right? You could put this boyo here, And then put this this Bardock over here. You could do that. Don't like that because if you're running the revival setup, not a good idea. If you're not running the revival setup, I would run Bird Coup, but I don't have Bird Coup because, well, I'm not going to spend to get him. If you're running Bird Coup, though, then in that case, you're going to definitely run him, which means you're going to probably not run him because you don't want to mess up with the Ultra Goku. In which case, let's take a look. Because it's really hard to say who I would put in the leader slot. Super Saiyans is in a weird spot where they kind of just exist. And they're good. Just fundamentally good. Like, if you play well, you're going to be fine. There's not much to say on that, in that regard. Like, I wish I had Bird Coup. Bird Coup would be fantastic right now. Right about now. Yeah, Super Saiyans is weird because it's hard to just put almost anybody on here. Realistically, I think Revival Gohan, if you're going for a specific type of Super Saiyan. Like, if you're going for the generic version that I see most of the time, then in that case, Revival Gohan, Bardock Full Power Broly, don't use him. In which case, you're really just trying to buff Full Power Broly and the Bardock, while also buffing the Gohan. And then what you could do is you could run this guy to buff him. Yeah, so what I would probably do is run Full Power Broly right there. The blue one. And that would be my setup. It would be blue, blue, purple. Bird Coup is the yellow Goku who is from the movies. The new one. Let's just do that. Got butchered, but not skill, but mostly damaged by Bardock 2 times now. He was a leader on hybrids. Yeah. You could, yeah, that's another thing, actually. If you were to make a hybrids team, that would be, let's do that. That's a smarter idea. So let's flip it on its head. Let's flip it on its head. I like that. Thank you. Okay, let's make a hybrids team. So if we were to flip it on its head, that changes everything. Because if you were to make a hybrids team, I believe you're a Super Saiyan, right? You are. You could do a lot of damage with this. You could do a lot. I mean, hell, you could run him if you wanted to. You don't want to run him. You could run him. Or alternatively, you could run him. You have so many options here. It's insane. Wow. Holy feck. Or alternatively, if you don't like that, you could just run him. But, like, I personally don't think that running a team where you don't have access to Super Saiyans for Bardock is a good idea. But it's up to you. Yo, T-Water, happy birthday, buddy. It is very fun. I agree. I 100% agree. Ziggy says, what's the fastest way to get Zenkai Souls to get the passive for Zenkais? I have a video on that. It's a guide, guys. Which unit annoys you most this season PvP? Oh, God. Most annoying unit in PvP season. Or in any PvP season. Probably half-corrupted Zamasu. Probably the worst. Who do you recommend to use against Gogeta co-op? Either Gogeta, Rose, Omega, Shenron. Those people. Which tag has the highest crit damage? Meaning which could become crazy with Blue Zenkai Bardock added? Anything with the Super Saiyan. Like, 'cause that's the thing, right, guys? Bardock is only, like, you can only apply his passives to Super Saiyans. So, it's gonna have to be, it's Wesley, that question really will just be, it's gonna be to anyone that's a Super Saiyan. Hybrids can take advantage of him, especially with the leader slot. He now becomes even more relevant on hybrids. Actually, in fact, he can become their new blue for a strike-based hybrids team. Like, I'm looking at this, and the way I'd probably run it is this. Or alternatively, if I feel like I want mixed bag, like control, I could do that. But if I want substitution count control, I can do that. Right? It all depends on what I want. Personally, I would run him instead. Pure damage is not enough. You need, like, green card that blows away enemies, second life, and so on. So even with buffs, it's meh. Expert Owl, I think the biggest problem, like, I don't understand the context in which you're referring to. And T-Water, my day is fantastic. I'm just exhausted. Let's see. Anyways, but yeah, Expert Owl, if you're referring to the min-max team that I'm referring to, the reason why it's built that way is to two-card things. So it doesn't matter if you have a revive. I've nuked your revive, and I still have access to Rising Rush. I mean, same to the opponent, but the point is, the idea is Gohan should be murdering things, and so the pure buffs, if built for pure buff equips, meaning that your actual base buff was actually properly handled, then your pure buffs will actually make a difference. You can't do that for every team, though. So, it depends on the team, right? If I'm doing, like, this particular hybrid slash Bardock team, I'm not going to do pure buffs. That's a bad idea. I might do one pure buff, but I'm not going to do two. Alright, can you recommend Future or God Key team? Here's just a generic God Key team. Although, if I were to change this, I would do this. I would change him. And then I would put, instead, this guy. Now, I don't have the best equips for him, so keep that in mind. But, like, yeah, this is the idea. Alright, so the idea is there. It's not the greatest equips, so don't like, think that these are the equips you should use. I'm just saying, I'm, like, throwing on equips. Just think of it like this. Blast-based. You got a red Gohan for Blast, Vados for Blast, Goku for Blast, Zamasu for Blast, Vegeta for Blast, and you got a health buffer with some crit potential up. Right? Because I believe he does 20% to base critical. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So yeah, this would be like a generic God Key team that you can run. One thing to note, though, is if you are running Gohan specifically, you're locking yourself a little bit. So what I mean by that is if you do run this Gohan, you kind of you have to bring in the Blue Coup. You have to bring him in every single time, which means you have to alternate between Vados, Vegeta, or Zamasu. If you don't like the idea of this Gohan being there, we can always change it up, see what other reds we have for Blast, and then go from there. So, let me see what we got. You could do Launch. I'm not even joking, you could do Launch. I'm not sure how much... you could do... Holy shit, you could do Pycon. Yeah. Here's one. And I'm not even kidding you. Throw in Pycon. I'm not even joking. Like, I wish I were joking. Here's another one. You could throw in Cell, and he would be good. Hello, Wesley. Yeah. Wow. What are you? You're defense type? Do you do Blast or... I mean, hell, you could throw Bojack. Bojack is good enough. He's balanced on both ends that you could do Blast or Strike. You'll be fine. You have a lot of options. As long as your base core is basically like mine, barring you potentially want to not run Vados. Let's say you don't like Vados. Let's say Vados ain't your playstyle. Okay? I'm just, like, giving you guys options. You could do Topo instead. Alright? I wouldn't do Beerus, but Topo or Vados, totally acceptable. Whichever one you like. Excuse me. Alternatively, yeah, if you want to do Goku Black as your key slot, you can. He can fit on a blast-based team. It just means that your red unit needs to be blast-based, or at least something that can do well in a blast-focused team, which he can. CMZ can be a very solid blast-focused unit. Despite him being, I believe, strike-based, his blast is solid enough that you can carry him into blast. It's not ideal, but you can do it. So, you could do that. Alright, let's talk about future now. Because I know that there are people that are interested in future. LF Cell team? I don't have Cell. I don't have LF Cell. I have it on... Emily has LF Cell. I don't. But if we were to... What about Shall and Nail? We can talk about that. But let's make a future team real quick. I don't have a good future team, though. So just be aware of that. Future. I can't see. There we go. So right now, because of all the buffs that that Future is getting. Where are you? There he is. Is he melee? He's melee. Okay, that's fine. That's still fine. We can still put him on the team. There he is. Green Goku Black. Throw CMZ on there. Have a health buffer. And then we just need a blue unit, right? Would you look at that, Nameku? And if you don't want Nameku, you have other options. Gokua! I wish I were kidding. You can also do Vegeta Blue. Like, feck, you can do a lot of options. If you don't want Zamasu on your team for whatever reason, then we can switch it to purple. In which case, you also have options. You could do this Goku. You do this Goku. You could do this Broly. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying you can. Throw UI into that. You could also throw in this guy. Again. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's hard to say what the optimal setup is right now. Because there's a lot to play around with. Alternatively, you could also put in instead... It's insane. Alright, what about Shallot and Nail? So let's actually talk about Shallot and Nail. Alright. Boom. So ideally, if you have these guys boosted all the way, like at 100%, you could do that. So this would need to be 14 stars for this to work properly, because 50% is not enough. You'd want 100%. So 100, 100, 100. Shallot could be there. And then for this option, boom. Do I have to use leader always on battle for their leader skill? Yes, you need to. If you do not have your leader in the battle, you cannot use it. So yeah, you could definitely break Gogeta if you do have particular units. So yeah, it's kind of scary what you can do with this. Like, it's extremely scary what you can do with this. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Holy Mother of Gods tried this team. Alternatively, if you don't like this Bulma, throw in Hercule. Alright? You have Gogeta, you have Shallot, you have Hercule. Or, nah, I'd leave it like that, personally. So yeah, you have options. You have many options. It's scary how many options you actually have. I'm personally more of a fan of Bulma, so that's just me. But yeah, that's the idea. The idea behind it, guys. I have them at 14. I don't. I don't have it at 14. I don't have. Where are my 14 stars? Oh, I have this really bad A equip. Yay. Let's do it. Just throw health. Let's go. Sure. Sure. I'm just throwing equips right now, guys. So boom, there you go. Oh my god. This is quite insane. Yeah. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much everything that needs to be talked about this new update. One last thing, guys. Which unit is better for strike-based regen as a blue? VB, MV, Kid, Super Saiyan 3, or Nappa? Good question. I think it really comes down to what you like. If you like control, VB is fantastic. If you like burst kill, MV is great. If you like long combo control, Kid Super Saiyan 3. And then if you want cover change nullification pretty much all the time, Nappa. Leader slots were first supposed to be for the memes. Yeah, honestly, it feels that way, doesn't it? What was I trying to show you guys? All right. Guys, one thing to note. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but you can pick up all 3 teams. So to do that, just go to the exchange shop. Go to rare metals. And then look for the thing that I already picked up. Because I already picked up the thing. So just letting you all know. You can grab the other Start Dash tokens in case that you didn't grab all 3 teams. Because in my video, I have in my pinned comment the true answer to my video. But in the video, I didn't know. And a lot of people don't know. So now you know. Yeah. Could you show something about regen? Like what unit to use as a leader? I got all units except for LL Piccolo and Pure 21. I mean, MV can also nix cover change. Can I use Red Zenkai Trunks on Super Saiyan teams now? Yes. Yes, you can. You can. If you wanted to. I personally think that it'd be better to go for a strike-based Trunks better. But you can. Dark Halo knows? Perfect. Well, for everyone else. Yeah, Zenkai Bardock. Yeah, okay. So, here. Good question, good question. The answer is yes. You can officially make a Bardock team, and it will actually work. Ta-da! Bardock team, it works. And like I said for regen DDP Gamer. Oh, 5%. I should probably turn this off. For regen, just TF Gohan. TF Gohan or any unit that you're missing a color for, specifically. How about Legends Road Zenkai Trunks? I wouldn't run him. He's only a PvE unit. New mission acquired. Get Nappa to 6 stars. Yes, they will. They have finally fixed Team Bardock. Exactly. They fixed Team Bardock, but at what cost? Give me a second, guys. Sure, Bardock has been fixed, but transforming Gohan. TF Gohan is transforming Gohan, aka Revival Gohan. The purple. The purple one is the one we're talking about. Bird. You could also run any Super Saiyan 3 or any, like, Zenkai unit you think of, or any good purple units you have. So yeah, basically, that's pretty much that. I think that's all I really want to talk about for this stream, guys. Does a leader buff every other character? Yes. So Lee, no. AKA Lee. Guys, make it point simple. As long as you are bringing in your leader will buff the entire team, and the entire team will buff your leader. And there you go. GDP Gamer, if you just message me on Discord, I'll eventually DM you back. It might not be immediately, because I'm probably just going to collapse the moment I end stream. So, just letting y'all know, because, like, I'm delirious at this point. The only thing keeping me alive is the fact that I'm eating. So, I'm going to put myself right here in the center of this. I'm floating. I'm ruining every immersive experience possible right now. So, guys, we're going to call it quits now. I've explained everything. I'll see you all on Monday for another stream. And on Wednesday and on Friday again. Next Friday will be Rate My Team. So just letting y'all know. PvP grind streams will eventually happen. So be on the lookout for that. Mondays will be random streams of things. Wednesday is review my gameplay, so just look out for that, guys. And yeah, I am now gonna die. Oh, no sound? Ugh, why did the thing break? Oh, okay, let me restart that. Okay, let me restart that. Sorry, guys. Because apparently, VC just died. Yeah, no, I got it, Ezio. I got it. Alright, guys. Next Friday, rate my team. Monday will be a random stream. Wednesday will be review my gameplay. That's all I wanted to let you guys know. With that being said, guys, take care. Have a great day. I'm gonna go to bed. And I go now dead. Alright. See you later, all.